Now, the spiritual wisdom, the part of spiritual wisdom, we'll try to go through the endocrine glands in the physical body, chakras in the energy body, my dear friends. So let's understand more the deeper perspective of these things. Okay. So my dear friends, whenever we take birth on the earth planet, we are a soul, the pure soul consciousness. Try to understand. We are a pure soul consciousness. We descend from the upper worlds, Urdhva-lokas, that is high frequency spaces, high frequency worlds. We descend and we come to the mother womb and we take the birth. So only one thing we need to understand is, so we are the pure speck of consciousness, the pure soul consciousness, right? So it's like a onion, onion in the center, there's a solid matter. After that, on the top of the solid, the center core, around that, there are a lot of layers, isn't it? Lot of layers will be there. Similar structure is there within us, okay? Whatever the soul consciousness, pure soul consciousness, the energy consciousness, what we have, right? So around which every individual soul, which is departed from the Paripurnatma, from the Almighty, right? And the Purnatma, you can say. So whatever all individual souls, especially in order to understand more, first of all, the creation happens in two parallel ways, my dear friends. Two parallel ways, the creation always happens. The first way is Prakriti. Second way is Purusha. What is Prakriti? Under Prakriti, what all the things comes? Okay. When we understand Prakriti, that's called especially nature kingdom. We call it as a nature kingdom. The part of nature, which are all the part of nature: mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, bird kingdom. So all this, even including sea life, whatever under the sea, whatever the life is going on, everything, all that comes under nature kingdom. So try to understand. Okay, so that's a parallel creation. Never ever think that so we are superior than that. They are superior. They are inferior to us. No way, my dear friends, because it is just created parallelly. So one side is nature kingdom, the other side is called, so one side is nature kingdom, that's called Prakriti. The other side is human kingdom, that comes under Purusha. What is that? Purusha. Okay, so under the Purusha, what exactly is human kingdom? That means all the human beings, male and female, right? So this is a kind of creation happened, my dear friends. This is a kind of a creation happened from the Paripurnatma. Now, what happens under the nature kingdom is, in the nature kingdom, the soul will be group soul. Okay, soul will be group soul. At the same time, there is no free will. They can't do anything. They can't be so creative. Just observe the animals, plants, all these things. They go by instinct. What are the instinct? Instinct is given by the Almighty. Almighty has defined certain rules for them. Okay, all the animals, let's say one animal you take, its life, okay, it produces some children, so some reproduction will be there. After that, it takes care of children, feed the children, and go for the food, and go for small walking, right? So there's only limited activities they do, and limited mind they have. That's called instinct of animal, isn't it? So likewise, friends, this instinct is a natural instinct, is provided by the Almighty in those nature kingdom. Especially the tree, you see, the tree will be like as the tree started growing right from the sprouting, then it start growing, and then it keep growing and all, like whatever it does for it does a lot of a good thing for animals, plants, animals, birds, and even the human being. For animals, birds, and human beings, the tree is going to give a lot of food for that, right? So that's how it is designed. So that's the design given by the Almighty or a creator or Paripurnatma, isn't it? So it will be just following that. It will be following, and especially in this entire, let's say one tree you take, tree as such a tree will be the similar tree. For example, mango tree or a coconut tree you take, right? So millions of trees will be there on the earth planet, millions and billions maybe, right? So many trees will be there. So all that one coconut tree or a one mango tree you take, so that will have one group soul. Okay, that group soul will be slowly evolving. Okay, it will keep evolving, and the part of the group soul, all these trees will be there. One tree will be fell down, one tree will be cut off. So even whatever it happens, right? So everything is a part of that group soul, and they have no free will. Number one, they have no free will. As there is no free will, they can't do anything whatever they can, right? They can't do it because they have a limited mind, my dear friends. It's a limited mind. Okay, it's the basic instinct. That is why there is no question of law of karma. The law of karma doesn't catch there. The law of karma siddhanta is never applicable to the so-called nature kingdom. So even the animals, birds, all these things. You see, animals and birds and all these things, they won't depend on the human being, my dear friends. So we as a human being, we go depend on the nature kingdom. Nature kingdom will never ever depend on the human kingdom. That's what we need to understand. That is why the entire nature is created before us. It will be after us also. Okay. So we are here or not here, but nature kingdom will be always there. So that's what created by the Almighty. So that means whenever this is created, that means there is no free will, there is no karma siddhanta, and it's a group soul. So these three things you must understand with respect to the nature kingdom. Now come to the human kingdom. So under the human kingdom, especially friends, we are all individual souls. We are not a group soul. Every one of us, for example, a human being you take, male or female, it's an individual soul. It's the individual consciousness. It is individual soul consciousness, right? Which is very much within your physical body. Okay, so part of you, a individual consciousness is there. So as such, it is a big consciousness, is like vast consciousness. Is a consciousness itself is a vast. Okay, it's infinite consciousness. That's what we say. That is the real form of the Almighty or a God or a Paripurnatma, isn't it? So that particular the vast consciousness, when it enters into the physical body, one particular physical body in the form of one human being, it's called limited consciousness, and it's also called as a limited mind, my dear friends. So it becomes a mind. So whatever you say mind, whatever you say, it's a limited consciousness. That means the soul consciousness is totally pervading and it's infinite in nature. But whenever it just it participates in one human body, it's called limited consciousness, and it is also called as a mind. Okay, so your mind is a part of this consciousness. So mind is not something like my mind means, I say here, mind means, of course, there is a different meaning for that. So mind is again divided into four types, four parts. Okay, mind is chitta. That means chitta. The chitta is subconscious mind, and then thinking mind, that is a conscious mind. Then ego is again the ego what we carry. So from this birth to next birth, every birth we carry ego. That's also part of this. Okay, so so these things will be there, and as well all these things like so mano chitta ahankara. So this is nothing but a one particular mind nothing but four parts. Okay, so that means what will happen is we have a subconscious mind. Okay, mind means divided into four parts: mano chitta buddhi hankara. Mano chitta buddhi hankara. So mano means thinking mind, chitta means subconscious mind, so buddhi means intellect, and ahankara means pride. Okay, these are the four parts of the mind. Mind is divided into four parts. So that's what I say when I refer mind means subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is ever existing. But subconscious mind is nothing but your soul consciousness, my dear friends. So subconscious mind, which is very much there with everybody. So what will happen is we are conscious now. So we are all consciously looking and seeing and talking and listening. Everything we are doing, isn't it? So this is consciously we are doing. So all this consciousness, whatever the conscious mind with which we'll be doing a lot of activities, will be like speaking and learning so many skills, and then day to day we use this conscious mind. Of course, it is necessary, but what will happen is slowly. So the way we pick up a lot of things and we learn, we try to undergo a lot of situations wherein we try to do some negative things and we try to learn some negative things. That is where what will happen is, so your mind especially, that is mind means part of mind, that is subconscious mind, is getting programmed with the negative things, my dear friends. Many of the negative things, like so some people by looking at water they fear, right? That's a water phobia. Some people to talk other new people, they feel like it's a lot of fear, isn't it? So it's all like these fears, anxiety, and depression. All these things becomes a part of your subconscious mind. The moment, always remember, conscious mind is nothing. It has got no role more than thinking mind. Okay, whenever you are alive, whenever you are live, that means when you are awakeful, when you are in the awareness, body awareness, it starts working. Okay, it starts working, and whatever the inputs it gets, right? So from your five senses, from the all five physical senses, whatever inputs you get goes to the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind, once it takes, what happened, it goes into the subconscious level, and then it tries to understand. So if something is matching, then it will pick up. Okay, for example, I might have learned the driving, isn't it? I might have learned the driving already. So what will happen if I go into the sleep? So I have no knowledge about whether I know the driving or not. But when I wake up and when I start the vehicle, then my driving starts working, isn't it? That skill starts working. How does it happen? The reason is you learn with the conscious mind. Conscious mind is nothing but a just a transparent thing. A transparent. That means whatever it comes, and then it passes to the subconscious level. So if you take anything, if you keep practicing, if you keep thinking anything, for that matter, negative or positive, whatever it may be, if you keep thinking, or if you keep practicing some game, or if you keep practicing some studies or whatever, what will happen is with a slow and steady practice, continuous practice, this gets into the subconscious mind. That is where, in our computer there is a RAM and ROM, isn't it? RAM, read only memory, read only memory ROM, and random access memory, that is RAM, right? So two memories are there in the computer. RAM will be used just to process the data, right? RAM will be used for processing data. Whatever the data comes, you're typing, and then you are typing a letter, or you are programming. Everything comes in everything that work will happen in the RAM. And whatever you want to store, where do you store? You go and store in the ROM, isn't it? ROM will be there, read only memory. So that is a permanent memory, isn't it? So same way in our human being also, there are two memories. Okay, one is conscious memory, the other one is the subconscious memory. Okay, subconscious mind. So subconscious mind, that is nothing but a subconscious memory, that is a permanent memory, and the conscious mind is just a temporary and working mind. Okay, it's a thinking mind, working mind, my dear friends. So now we need to understand one thing. Anything you repeat in your conscious mind, you repeat again and again, or you practice with the conscious mind. Suppose I go to the music classes, I start learning from Sari, Gama, Pada, Nisa, isn't it? So first day I learn, then second day again I learn, the third day again I learn, like that, So if I keep on learning anything, slow and steady practice, that will be stored into the subconscious mind. So that becomes a part of you. That becomes a part of your personality. So it makes your personality to be defined. Understand? So our personality becomes that. We become that. Okay. So that is why we have to be careful what kind of data we are feeding to your conscious mind. The conscious mind, whatever you feed, right? So whatever you feed, it will not be, maybe momentarily it will come, it will stay, and if you forget it, it will go. Otherwise, if you keep repeating what happened, it gets into subconscious level. Once it gets into subconscious, what happened? You can't erase it that easily. Again, you have to do a lot of meditation. You have to erase all that, So with your own affirmation, with your own the constant practice of meditation, you have to erase all the data. So unless otherwise you erase the data, definitely you'll be suffering throughout your life, my dear friends. For example, I feel that, in my conscious mind, I say that I'm not well, I have no proper health, and looks like I have some fever, looks like I have some diabetes. If you keep saying these words, that's why what happened. So even there is some saying also, whatever you say, the universe always say tadastu. The universe doesn't know whether negative, positive, mute, nothing. It doesn't know anything. Universe means what? Which is the universe here? The entire universe is within you. The entire universe is within you. Which is that universe within you? That is subconscious mind. Your own subconscious mind within you. What that says is, what that do is, whatever you think, it accept. Whether it is positive, negative, or a miraculous, whatever it may be, it just accept and store inside. Okay, that becomes part of you. So next what happened? The next day onwards, your whole personality will become changed. You'll be a pure fearful person because you already fed the fear. You already fed enough amount of fear into your subconscious mind. Now the subconscious mind is already programmed. Unless otherwise you erase that program, again you cannot become a normal person. The same way, hill health also same thing. The hill health or whatever you say, that is also same thing. You keep saying, I'm not well, I'm not happy, I have no proper circumstances, I have no money, I have no, always you say lacking. So no, right? Lacking, always depression and the lot of the kind of a discomfort. Always whenever you express these things, that's called vakshetra. What vakshetra says, my dear friends? You have to be so wisely talking. That means whatever the words you utter from your mouth, right? It has to be so carefully uttered. Because manasa vacha karmana. So this is called trikarana suddhi. We have to be so highly purified in our words. Whatever we talk, the useful talk, whatever necessary. So right words, right time, we have to talk. Otherwise, always be in the mauna. Otherwise, what will happen? These words, whatever it goes out, right? It becomes that has got its own power, my dear friends. It's going to be manifested, right? So that's how what happens. We have to be very careful. So at all levels, right? So that's what we need to understand. So we are going away from the topic, friends. What will happen is we as a human being, so especially we have a mind, like a conscious mind and subconscious mind, and also we have a free will, we have an individual soul. The individual soul consciousness is nothing but subconscious mind, okay? And it has got, of course, a temporary memory, that is a conscious mind. And we are individual soul, we have a free will, and whenever there is a free will, you are allowed to do something. You are allowed to do whatever you think, whatever you wanted, you can do, right? So that is called free will. So whenever you have a free will, at the same time, the law of karma is also parallelly working, my dear friends. For the human being, for the Purusha creation, so there is a something called law of karma. For the human being, it is very much there. You have to be very careful what karma you are doing. So that means whatever the type of karma you are doing, so equal and opposite, or the equal to that karma, there will be always result. That means there is a cause, there is an effect. The cause and effect, the law of cause and effect is also called the law of karma siddhanta. So, my dear friends, with this understanding, what I'm trying to say here is, so we are a soul consciousness, but the soul consciousness is not alone. The soul consciousness is also embedded with 7 bodies. My dear friends, there are 7 bodies, right? So all these 7 bodies are there. So in the 7 bodies, there are seven. Every body, every individual body, there are 7 chakras. Okay, so try to understand. There are 7 chakras. So these 7 chakras, if you talk about 7 chakras, so from the bottom, if you take up, so there's a Mooladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anahata chakra, and then come to Visuddha chakra, then comes to Agna chakra, then last one is at the top of the head, that's called Sahasrara chakra, crown chakra, my dear friends. These are the chakras, 7 chakras they define, isn't it? Vertically they define, but as per the actual perspective you take, if you try to understand deeper perspective of these chakras, definitely one thing you need to understand is there is some kind of a different meaning, the different way of understanding is required. What is that exactly is all the chakras are whatever we define, the chakras and their nature of the mind and the qualities of the human being, all that if you define, what exactly it is the exactly indicating the nature of the mind, the nature of lifestyle. A particular human being, what kind of nature of mind is having, so that is going to be indicated or measured or gauged by the chakra, which chakra is predominant in which person. But one thing you understand, all the 7 chakras, whatever we say, these are all going to be in the not in the vertical direction. It ought to be parallel, my dear friend. They are in the parallel, or they are all actually to be parallel, not in the vertical. So why I say horizontal all these chakras is because every chakra, one human being, he may be a highly evolved person, he may be, for example, he may be an enlightened master. Even then, he needs the physical body, he needs the food, he needs the rest, and also he has got a family to take care, right? Swadhisthana chakra, and he also have some kind of a skills, like he may be musician, he may be a singer, like all these things. So if you see one human being, he'll be operating all the chakras and all the time. So at different times, maybe so at this point of time, I'm eating my food for my physical body. I'm so much conscious of my own body consciousness. Then where I will be? I will be in the Mooladhara only. I can't be in the Sahasrara and eating food. It's not possible. I have to come back on the Mooladhara. The Mooladhara, especially Mooladhara, that means this entire physical body. The physical body as such is a Moola Adhara. That means Moola plus Adhara. That means is a base, the base chakra. We call it as a base chakra, root chakra. We call it as a root chakra. But one thing is, this is a base for the entire physical life. The physical body itself is a base, isn't it? So this whole body consists of lot of flesh and bones and everything. So this particular thing, what it needs good rest, good food, and then maybe a family, whatever the limited family with which is always living. So this much only required. at the level of the Muladhara, right? So the anybody who is having a Muladhara chakra predominant, what will happen is we say actually it's a symbolization, friends. It's a symbolization indicating the nature of the mind of the person who is currently living on the earth planet. If you look at his character, if you say all his characters, I can say that which chakra is predominant in that person. In fact, to speak, these chakras, generally we say that all the chakras are present in the energy body, right? So all the chakras are present in the energy body, but how many chakras are there? How many nadis are there? In the energy body, we have 2,72,000 nadis. So 2,72,000 nadis, when they are spreading entire in the entire body, what will happen from the top head to the toe? So there are many centers, energy centers. What are the energy centers? They are called meridians, right? Meridians, energy center. If you take acupressure and physiotherapy, so they call it as meridians or center, the center points of energy, right? So all these energy centers, they are named as chakras. In fact, chakra means a wheel, isn't it? A wheel. So generally, these wheels of energy, I can say that they are wheels of energy. So all these wheels of energy, let me tell you, 144, around 140, 114 energy centers are there. Okay, throughout the body, my dear friends. See, these 114 energy centers, they'll be existing throughout the body. But so they try to define these seven energy centers we named as like Muladhara, that is whatever the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, like base chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus. So like that, we keep saying the names. So all these seven only we named. These are major chakras, especially these are aligned across the spine, across the Susumna Nadi, Ida Nadi, Pingla Nadi. In center, there is something called Susumna Nadi, right? On the Susumna Nadi, all these seven chakras are located. These are actually, they are in fact, to symbolize, they are the energy centers. They are the energy centers at which all the various amount of nadis get terminated. My dear friends, 2,72,000 nadis, they interconnect, they connect to the so many organs. All the organs in the physical body, they will be supplied with the prana shakti, pranic energy. This pranic energy, pranic force will be supplied through these nadis to all the physical organs, my dear friends. So if you see like that, what will happen? So these all the nadis also get terminated at some centers. Okay, so they'll be keep terminating at some different centers. They are called energy centers. So these energy centers are spreading throughout the body, but for the sake of explanation, they have taken these only seven major energy centers in the physical body across the spine, right? On the exactly on the spine. So these we are trying to discuss. But in fact, to speak very clearly, all these chakras, what we try to say, the Muladhara chakra. Now, Muladhara chakra, anybody who is having a predominance of Muladhara chakra, let me tell you very clearly, he'll be living with the body consciousness. He doesn't have any mind consciousness, my dear friends. He never live with any mind. He doesn't apply any mind. He'll be more or like living in the pure physical body consciousness. So he's he's so violent person. He'll be having a lot of tamasvic character. So he'll be having a lot of tamasvic character, and he'll be a violent person. He'll be non-vegetarian, and he doesn't care. He tried to for a small gain of money or small gain of things also. He tried to do. He is ready to do anything. Right? He's ready to do anything. He can resort to even killing the other people for a small gain also. Such a kind of character, so such a kind of a cruel and the brutal character will be there with the Muladhara person. Okay, so that is the kind of character. So he doesn't have any he doesn't have any mind consciousness, or he doesn't apply mind at all. Now, when it comes to the next chakra, that is Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana chakra means Swa plus Adhisthana. Swa plus Adhisthana. What is the meaning of Swadhisthana? It means what it does is he applies mind, little intelligence. Little intelligence is flowering. So what he does, when he applies his mind, he tries to say that I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a one officer, I'm a accounts officer, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor. So like he will be identifying himself. He's little bit mind is applying now, and he's trying to do something. He's trying to control other people. All this does. Okay, so now little bit mind is also growing, but he will be especially he is also in the kind of a Rajoguna. Rajoguna means actually aggressive nature. So he'll be having aggressive nature. He always want to like even he is ready to fight with others even for any kind of thing, right? He will have a lot of pride also with him, and he doesn't care about others also, not much. Okay, so he's having a lot of selfishness qualities. So all this, whatever you say, the fear will be there. The fear, anxiety, all these qualities, like all these arised workers, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, right? All jealousy, pride, attachment, the kind of anger, frustration, everything will be there with him, right? He'll be leading the life like that. But he has got some mind, the mind, he's applying mind, he's having mind consciousness, not the body consciousness, also mind consciousness. These are the people, so you can categorize under the Swadhisthana chakra. Okay, Swadhisthana is having the predominance of Swadhisthana chakra, all the Swadhisthana qualities, my dear friends. So, like that, if you see what will happen, every person, every one individual soul, when it is born out of the Purnatma, my dear friends, it takes so many lives in every chakra, in every qualities of one life. For example, in Mooladhara, so maybe you will pass through about 40 to 50 lives, or see 50 to 70 lives also, isn't it? Swadhisthana, again 50 to 70 lives. You have to spend. So that's how what will happen. You'll be keep on learning. You'll be keep on learning so many lessons, my dear friends. So slowly, we will be learning. So in Mooladhara also, you'll be having about 50 to 70 lives. Swadhisthana also 50 to 70 lives. Likewise, in all the chakras, if you observe, about 400 lives you will be taking in order to get the moksha, mukti, or salvation or liberation, my dear friends. Now, coming to the next chakra, that is navel chakra, that is Manipuraka. So money plus Puraka. Money means like a glittering like a diamond, but outside, that is outside. But inside, there is a Puraka. Puraka means hollowness, my dear friends. Puraka means money means glittering diamond, like a glittering, and Puraka means inside completely hollowness. Okay, like if you take a flute, so inside is all the full hollow, right? Likewise, a person so who is having a Manipuraka character, that means as he growing, as he keep on taking so many lives, then slowly he will enter into the Manipuraka chakra. So that's the state of life, his own life and his own mind. That is where what it does is, so friends, see, he will be a poet, or he will be a scientist, or a sports person, or a musician. So the great person, of course, they are great people. Okay, they are great people, but still, what happens is they are also in the Rajoguna only. So not even Sattvika Guna, I can tell you, they are in the Rajoguna. They'll be non-vegetarian. They'll be they'll have some aggressive nature, and they'll also will be with the family. Everything will be there. But what will happen is now they are working for a fame name, and they want to become a rich people, and like a business people and political leaders. All these people. So what exactly they do is they outside they like outside what happened to the entire outside world. They like a shine like a glitter like a diamond. Outside they act like that. Okay, but inside they are fully hollow. Why they are hollow? Because they have no spiritual wisdom at all. Till now, so up to the Manipurak chakra also, they have no wisdom at all, my dear friends. They have no wisdom, they have no spiritual wisdom at all. They are totally hollow in nature, inside. So inside there is a completely devoid of the so-called spiritual wisdom. They have no awareness about the soul consciousness or spiritual wisdom, nothing. They, in fact, what happens is even the Swadhisthana and especially this Manipuraka, they'll be having a religious character. That means they'll be participating in the rituals. They don't participate in the spirituality. Okay, so this kind of character will be there. Likewise, also many people you see across the world. Okay, inside in the on the Earth planet, you will find very a variety of people. All the variety of people. Some of the people falls under the Mooladhara chakra. Some of the people falls under the Swadhisthana. Some of the people will fall on the so-called Manipuraka chakra. So as you are going on upper and upper, right? As you are climbing from one chakra to other chakra, as you are going upside, what will happen is the purification of person is going to happen, my dear friends, because he does lot of karmas right from the Mooladhara till the Manipuraka. He does lot of karmas. Even I'm telling you, let's say a musician or a poet or a sports person, how what will happen? He also got some kind of a competitive nature with the other person. Even sometimes they resort to they resort to the nature of making other person opponent to him, and he tries to spoil the other people character, the careers also, because they have a lot of competition. As a sports people also, you want to always be winning, you want to win all the time, and other people he tries to even suppress. So you'll be ready for that. So likewise, what happened? So they, though they are very rich, rich people, the rich business people or political leaders, or the, let's say you take a like so-called the ashrams. Ashram head will be there, pontiff. So pontiff also comes under the Manipura chakra only. So likewise, friends, all these people looks they are bigger in the society, big name, big fame, big money, but inside they are hollow, completely hollow. They have no spiritual wisdom. So they have no idea about spirituality, all these things, my dear friends. Still, they will be suffering. All these people also will have a lot of dukkha in their life. Okay, they do a lot of negative karmas. They get a lot of negative results also. For previous life karmas will come, and then what will happen? They'll be suffering a lot of dukkha. They don't know the answers for their own difficulties and their own karmas and their own diseases, whatever they are facing in their life. So that's how they lead the life even in the part of the Manipura chakra. Okay, now so slowly, by the time they come out of the 40 to 50 lives, whatever they spend in Manipur chakra, slowly they enter into the something called Anatha chakra. So that is where Anatha chakra, friends, what they get an idea is, so I've done enough is enough. I've done so many lives, so many experience I've taken. You observe some people. So some of the people, what they do, what they say, I don't want to do anything. I want to be just take rest and I want to be keep quiet. In one corner, I sit silently, I go into the mauna, I don't make any sound. Anahata chakra means anahata means no sound, silence. It's called mauna. So friends, so anahata chakra, especially when anahata chakra is predominant in some of the people, what will happen? Those people will be mostly they'll be in silence. Mostly they'll be in the mauna. Example, Ramana Maharshi, Meher Baba. Meher Baba has spent about 40 years only in the mauna, only in the silence, my dear friends. So with which, of course, he got enlightened. So the similarly, Ramana Maharshi, always he will be in the silence. Always he will be in silence. If anybody goes outside, what he says, go into the mauna, sit in the mauna, right? So that means whatever you have to speak, so no need to speak, just sit in the mauna. So that's what he says always, right? So in the mauna, so these the people who are entering into that another chakra, that is heart chakra, especially, my dear friends. All the poets, all the singers, all the creative people, all the leaders, politically, everybody comes under Manipura chakra. Now, when you enter into the Anahata chakra, that is where some silence will start. Okay, so mostly what you do is you do limited work, okay, whatever you need, and then you'll be silent most of the times. Okay, so that is the kind of chakra where so a lot of silence will be there. So then the people will be going through this kind of lives also. Many of the people will be going through this kind of life also. But at present on the earth planet, if you observe, the first three chakras people are very predominant, my dear friends. Okay, the people who are crossing and living after Manipura chakra, that is especially Anatha chakra, then comes to after the Anatha chakra. What happened, friends? When person is spending lot of lives in the Anatha chakra, then slowly what will happen? For example, you just take an example of Mahatma Gandhiji, and also take an example of Mother Teresa. What are they meant for? They are meant for lot of humanitarian service, selfless service, my dear friends. Where do they fall in? They fall into the Visuddha chakra. The friends, what happened after Anatha Chakra, spending so many lives, slowly you get an understanding of, you get an understanding of his own, the inner exploration starts. You keep thinking, he starts thinking like, you'll become an introvert. He start introspection, especially. So with which what happened, he tries to go into the silence, already in silence, and then will also tries to go and tries to understand many of the, related to the inner journey or meditation, all the spiritual things, he start learning. So that is especially when you enter into the Visuddha Chakra, friends. In Visuddha Chakra, of course, the spirituality will slowly start. But before that, what will happen in Visuddha Chakra, or the people who are predominant in the Visuddha Chakra, so they will be more or less like, selfless people, and they'll be doing a lot of selfless service to the other humanity or the other life beings, especially. You observe some people, they'll be running NGOs, right? So NGOs they'll be running orphanages, they'll be just serving the people. They are not interested to do any other karmas. They don't acquire new karmas at all, my dear friends. Please remember this point. Okay, who are working in the their Visuddha chakra. This is the throat chakra, what we call. Whenever that is active, whenever this Visuddha chakra is active, so very simple to understand is these people will be totally selfless people. What do they do is, especially friends, when you come to the Visuddha chakra, it's called Vishesha Suddhi chakra. That's called Visuddha chakra. So that especially in the Visuddha chakra, every one of us who are going through this, the all the chakras, the different nature of lives, nature of mind, when we are going through across so many lives, what will happen when you reach to that Visuddha chakra? You will be clearing up all the karmas, all the previous karmas. You will be coming out of all the karmas. How do you come out of the karmas? See, to come out of any karma, so there's a karma siddhanta in the next classes, you'll understand. So when you are coming out of the karmas, how do you come out of the previous karmas? The previous life karmas, whatever you have done it, so negative karmas, whatever it may be, you want to come out of all those karmas. The best way is selfless service. Okay, selfless service to other human beings, other life, other any other animal beings, or the birds, whatever it may be, right? Whenever you do selfless service to other life beings, what will happen? You negate your own karmas. You will be coming out of that karmas. That means in the Visuddha chakra, the time of Visuddha chakra, you do lot of selfless service. You are almost going to wipe out all your negative karmas, right? All your negative karmas are stored or interlocked, right, directly in the energy body. All this will be erased and wiped out when you enter into the Visuddha chakra, where you do only selfless service. Like that, so many lives you will be spending, my dear friends. But at the same time, you also have an idea about the spirituality. You have a little idea, right? Mahatma Gandhi, you see, you take Mahatma Gandhi, right? What he does, so he used to do a lot of selfless service to the entire India. He was leading freedom movement. At the same time, he'll have one Bhagavad Gita in his hand, right? He tries to go through the Bhagavad Gita, but he never became a meditator, or he never became a master. Okay, he never became a master of meditation at all. But he was a good person, a dharmic person, and he followed the dharma, and he tries to help other people, isn't it? So that's how what happened. But they got introduced with the spirituality. And at the end of this Visuddha Chakra, in Visuddha Chakra also about 50 lives, for example, 50 lives you are taken. Any one individual soul going through the Visuddha Chakra, again and again they come. They live one full life in the Visuddha Chakra, they go back, again they come back, again they start the life, and of course they predominant. See, in everybody, there will be one or other chakra will be predominant. Let me tell you, one chakra will be predominant. All other chakras will be, you'll be going through them. You'll be going through them. For example, I am a singer. My Manipura chakra is predominant within me. But do I need food? Do I need rest for my physical body? And do I have a family? So I have a family? That means I need to take care of the family, all that. Then I will be able to, I'll go to the Swadhisthana chakra. That is where I do all that activities. Whenever I need a food and rest for the physical body, I go to the Muladhara chakra, isn't it? So likewise, friends, so these chakras are actually rotation. You'll be rotating from one chakra to other chakra. So it's not that, all these are fixed thing. Okay. Similarly, what happened now? So when you go to the, especially this Visuddha chakra, my dear friends. So whenever Visuddha chakra is very predominant, what will happen? So people like Rama, so like Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, these kind of people, great selfless service people will be Visuddha chakra. At the end of Visuddha chakra, slowly you start meditation. You start learning the meditation. Then with the slow start of practice of meditation, you slowly enter into the something called Agna chakra. Friends, when you enter into the Agna Chakra, that is where again you have to take so many lives in the Agna Chakra also. It's not in one life only you are going to go above the Agna Chakra, and also you'll be entering into the something called Samadhi Sthiti and all these things you need to achieve means you have to go through several lives. So let's say we all started the meditation practice in this life. Okay. So what will happen? We will keep practicing slowly practicing. Then in this life, you may gain so many experiences, but you also have a family life and all other things. It may allow you sometimes, some people practice for 2 3 years and then they drop out. Again, they come back, isn't it? So likewise, it's all, because this physical life also is going to control you. It's not going to leave you because your own past karmas will not leave you. So similarly, my dear friends, so even in the Agna Chakra, once you enter into the deep meditation, the meditation you are progressing day by day. So then definitely you are in the part of the Agna Chakra. Those lives are continuing with you, and Agna Chakra is slowly become predominant by the number of lives you spend in meditation, tapassu, all these things. Okay, so then slowly your third eye gets activated, and then you realize yourself, and you realize all other about others, all are around you. What is there? You try to understand that, and then what will happen? You become a master. You become a enlightened soul. All this will happen at the especially Agna Chakra. By the time of Agna Chakra, you finish. What will happen is you become a something called the enlightened master. and you become a, so especially what you call it as a, so-called Rajarshi. You become a Rajarshi, my dear friends. So that's how you become. You become a great master. When you come, even when you go through this Agnya Chakra, when the Agnya Chakra gets, we say that it gets activated. I don't see that there's an activation, something is involved here. Many people, they try to use the words activating this chakra, activating that chakra. I don't agree with all these things, friends. So there is no question of activation or whatever. So what will happen is energy centers, yes, energy centers, right? If you see the entire meridian system, entire nadis, like, yeah, so 2,72,000 nadis exist in the energy body. That's true. We accept. So all this will have the, especially all these are connected to the various energy centers. So the energy will be flowing right from the Brahmarandra, enter into the our pranamaya kosha. Then it will be going through all the nadis. All the nadis will be slow, go on cleansing, right? All the energy center which are the interconnection of so many nadis, right? 2,72,000 nadis, they will have centers also. They are nodes, right? So they have different junction points. All the junction points, definitely a lot of energy will be coming there. A lot of energy will be coming and accumulating in one energy center, isn't it? So that's how that energy center will be get activated. But if there is any blockage in some of the nadis, then what will happen? The energy coming to that energy center will become less. Then that particular energy center is inactive. So that's what we say. So then activation of that energy center will be again through meditation and through the pranayama and taking a good food, the pranic food, that's all plant-based food. So like that, if you have good sleep, or in all these conditions, what happen? Again, all these nadis will be getting clean and energy centers also be getting activated. That's what the activation, not this chakra getting activated. All this is not going to be correct, my dear friends. The chakras, especially, we are just giving you an idea what is the state of mind of a person in this life. And let's say next life, on the next life. So likewise, we'll be spending so many lives, isn't it? So in every life, one particular chakra is predominant. That's what you need to understand. Now, friends, so after going through so many lives in the Agna Chakra, then you will enter into, you realize now, you are a realized person. What you became after realization, what you become? You become a Arihanta. Okay, you become a Harihanta. That means all your inside Arishad Vargas, all the Arishad Vargas are completely killed. Okay, and all the Arishad Vargas, that means all these Arishad Vargas are your inner six enemies are there. For everybody, there are inner six enemies. All these are killed. You win over them, or you are kept under your full control. Then what will happen? You become a Arihanta. Now, so after you become a Harihanta, at the end of this Agna Chakra state, before entering into Sahasrara, you also become something called Bodhisattva. What do you do in Bodhisattva, friends? Whatever you learned so far, you want to teach others also, isn't it? You are going to teach others, and all this meditation, spiritual wisdom, everything you are going to teach others. And the same way how you realized yourself, you are going to make others also realize. That is called Bodhisattva. Definitely. So at the end of Agna Chakra, everybody will achieve this Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is the one of the statehood. Okay, you will achieve that. Definitely will be achieving it. So after achieving at the end of this Agna Chakra, so especially this state of life, you achieve the Bodhisattva, and after that, what will happen? So you enter into the Sahasrara. That is where the totally spiritual service, the high amount of spiritual service. So what do? You try to teach the same meditation or the spirituality to the entire world, like Gautam Buddha. Okay, so that will be very rare kind of a lifestyle, my dear friends. It's a very rare kind of lifestyle. What will happen? We start as a individual souls, like so like crores of souls. Like see, on the Earth planet now, we are 800 crores of people. In the 800 crores of people, so all these people will be leading the lives across all the chakras, isn't it? So then, how many people reach? So especially up to Manipura chakra, they are called lower chakras. Actually, these three chakras are something. I mean, the people who are having these qualities up to Manipura chakra, they're all living so almost like a physical life, physical, mundane, and there's no question of spirituality at all. Above this Manipura chakra, somewhere from the the Anahata chakra and Visuddha chakra, Agnya chakra, these three chakras are called upper chakras. We call it as a upper state of life. We call it as a improved state of life, isn't it? So these three chakras, my dear friends, If you cross this Agna chakra, you become a something called 1,000 petal open person, or that means you become a completely enlightened person, and you enter into samadhi state, and you become a Buddha. You become a Buddha. So Buddha means like whoever is having a that complete spiritual service. So how many people will be there, my dear friends, on the Earth planet? So at present, if you count also, like most of the people, either they are in the Vishuddha chakra, or some of the people are entered into the Agnya chakra. Still, not so many people are not there in the higher state of Agnya chakra also. Even the Agnya chakra also, there's a totally a different evolution in the Agnya chakra. Agnya chakra also, everybody over enter into the Agnya chakra. Some of the people just entered, some of the people in the middle, some of the people at the end. So if you see like that also, there are very few masters reach to the Agnya chakra, pinnacle of the Agnya chakra, the pinnacle state of the Agnya chakra. Very people have reached even at present in the Earth planet. And now, how many people will be there in the spiritual service? Like like Brahmarshi Patriji, right? Very few people. In fact, you say 800 people started, 800 crore people started. If you keep filtering, by the time Manipura chakra, Anath chakra comes, almost like by the time Anath chakra itself, maybe some 600 crores people have gone. They have gone filtered now. In Anatha Chakra itself, maybe around, I can say, we can say maybe some 20% people are there. By the time you come to Anatha Chakra, then you will come to Vishuddha Chakra, maybe 10% people are there. By the time Agna Chakra, in the beginning of the Agna Chakra, maybe 5% or 3% people. When you come to middle of the Agna Chakra, then it comes to 1%. Then comes to end of the Agna Chakra, maybe 0.1%. By the time you come to the Sahasrara Chakra, not even point, not one. So very negligible. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, so crores of people take the birth on the Earth planet, and then by the time they realize, they want to practice this meditation or whatever, so such kind of people will be lakhs of people. Then in that people also continuing the meditation, continuing the sadhana, there will be 1,000 people. Then by the time, so they come to the realization point of view, very few 100 people. And then especially the persons who come to the climax in the spirituality and get the enlightenment is only rare people, 1 or 2 people. They are very dearest to be. That's what Lord Sri Krishna says, my dear friends. So you need to understand all these things, friends. So that means we have to understand these chakras in this perspective. This is the correct perspective of understanding all the 7 chakras, my dear friends. So this all these concepts will be shared with you in the WhatsApp also, friends. So you can go through that. So now these are the 7 chakras. In fact, these 7 chakras can be connected to the 7 bodies also, but it is a very long subject. We can't discuss in this small duration. But anyway, we can discuss in the later classes, no problem. But these 7 chakras, try to understand in only this perspective. They are all horizontal in nature. Nothing is vertical. So they are not like a energy centers. You have to activate. You have to give some power. You have to give some electricity. Nothing like that. Okay, it's all about your own way of lifestyle. Okay, how you conduct yourself, how you learn yourself, how you conduct your own life, basing on that which particular chakra. So it's like a symbolization. I call it as a symbolization. Okay, so this which chakra is predominant within you. So we'll be able to tell you by observing your own lifestyle, by observing your own the conduct, how you are conducting your own life, my dear friends. Okay, so try to understand. Now let's understand the endocrine glands, which are connected to all these 7 chakras, they say, but I call it as energy centers. So, which are the energy centers with respect to all organs? Endocrine glands, I speak. See, these all the chakras I speak with respect to so-called. Everybody says they are existing. All the chakras are in the energy body. I say that not even the energy body. In energy body, there are lot of energy centers are there. Lot of the energy centers. Some of the energy centers across the spine. So we call them as chakras. But even still, those chakras also as such energy centers only across the Sushumna Nadi, right? So we need to understand this, friends. Now, when you come to the point of understanding the endocrine glands, what are the endocrine glands? All these endocrine glands are going to make your entire body function properly. That is your excretion system, digestion system, blood circulation, breathing system, and especially the thinking system. All the things, all the systems in your physical body will be controlled by the endocrine glands. How many endocrine glands are there? Generally, what happens? These endocrine glands, they try to connect to the chakras. So I don't agree with that. But even the chakra, these especially there are 7 endocrine glands, especially these can be connected to the centers, energy centers within the physical body. That means not even the physical body, in energy body there are energy centers. So the major energy centers are there. So if you say these names for those energy centers, of course, no problem. But you connect these each and every gland to that energy center, because so this particular gland will be operated with that particular energy center. If that energy center is active in you, friends, all these energy centers, so called, so let's say for the sake of explanation, if I take all these 7 chakras as a 7 energy centers, right? So if these are active, so active means, in the sense, in our class we try to understand, if they are active means they have full of amount of energy at those points. Okay, 7 points. What are the 7 points? Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Visuddha, and Agni Chakra, and the top one is Sahasrara, right? So whenever you understand that these 7 chakras, that means these 7 energy centers having a good amount of energy. How do you get the good amount of energy? Right? You have to do good meditation, the deeper meditation. If you go into deeper meditation, you receive a lot of cosmic energy. Then all the cosmic energy, they go through this all the energy nadis. Okay, they go through the energy nadis. If any blockages, they remove. Right, and the blockages are removed means, then what happened? The energy will go and fill, and available huge amount of energy available on those points, all those energy centers. Okay, they are the center for energy, right? So there'll be lot of energy in these centers. Whenever you receive a lot of energy in that particular center, my dear friends, so from that energy center, the energy will be divided, and it will be going through, and it will be flowing to the all organs around it. Okay, all organs around it. For example, let us take an example. One big energy center at the Mooladhara. Okay, at that place, one center is there. Let's say one energy center in the energy body. The energy body is replica of our physical body, isn't it? So that particular point, you have a lot of energy now, because you are doing good meditation. You are receiving a lot of cosmic energy. That particular energy center is receiving a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy. Okay. Now that energy will be supplied to what? All the geneticals. Okay, all the genetical, the ovaries, testes, all this, so-called all the geneticals, it will be the health will be taken care. So that is where what happened? You have some kind of a gland over there. So it's called prostate gland, testis gland, ovaries glands. These will be there at that point. So these glands especially get the energy. So gland is nothing but a particular organ. Okay, a particular physical organ. But it has to work means what? What it needs? It needs something called energy. If you are able to really do good meditation, deeper meditation, you get good amount of energy. That gland also will be supplied with a good amount of prana shakti. Then that gland will be properly working. If it is properly working, what happens, friends? It try to generate some hormones which are with respect to the related to what is called, there are some hormones which are related to the reproduction, isn't it? So for the reproduction purpose, there are some hormones. So those hormones will be generated by whom? This especially prostate and this testes and ovaries, all these glands are there. So these will be taking care of that functionality. It works properly. If there is a energy at that center, if there a good amount of energy at that center, example, we say that Mooladhara, right? So likewise, so then if you come up, then what will happen? Something called, you have a Swadhisthana. So at this point, what will happen, friends? What is there is, so there is a something called adrenaline. Okay, what is that? Adrenaline. Adrenaline, that is a one gland. So what it does actually, it takes care of all this so-called within your stomach, right? Within your stomach, whatever even including this kidneys. So not the kidneys, basically. So you can all the intestine part, digestion part, all this will be taken care, because it is exactly just below the navel chakra, that is that particular center, energy center. If it is properly activated, it takes care of all these things, my dear friends. Okay, so that particular adrenaline, that is one of the endocrine gland, which is going to be generating a lot of hormones. So day to day, a lot of hormones will be required in order to conduct the physical body functionality. It is going to take care. Okay, that's called adrenaline. Now, when it comes little bit of, so that is our navel chakra, that is Manipurak chakra. At that point, what will happen? There is a pancreas gland. What is that? Pancreas gland. So this pancreas gland also, what it does is it tries to take care of the the complete the pancreas and surrounding with all these parts, everything will be taken care, and so that the secretion of the proper secretion of hormones will be taken care. But the energy should be good at that point. Then what you have to do? You have to do good meditation. You have to go through the sadhana, good sadhana you have to do. Then that energy will be obviously available. That gland will be activated. So obviously, when the glands are fully activated, what will happen? Your health is always fine, because entire functionality of the physical body is going to be conducted with the help of all these major glands, my dear friends. Seven glands, seven endocrine glands. So now, third one we discussed. Now coming to the next level, that is especially Anahata chakra. Okay, at that point, the gland which is available is thalamus gland. Okay, which is always existing, my dear friends. So that thalamus gland is going to conduct the function of especially the pancreas is going to take pancreas and kidneys also. Okay, now above which whatever this thalamus, see, thalamus is going to take care of your heart, lungs, all this portion, complete the chest portion. Whatever the organs are there, all those organs, the energy flow, the prana shakti, pranic energy is going to be supplied, through the. So if you are able to supply to that energy center, proper energy center, energy is there at the energy center, what will happen? It will supply the energy to the all the surrounding organs, okay, from that energy center. And especially at that point, so there is a thalamus gland will be activated. So it will be having highest amount of energy. So when it is activated, it does all its function. Then it is going to take care of all your these particular organs activity is going to be higher and it's going to be healthier, my dear friends. So that's how. So next goes to the slowly. After this, then you'll go to the next level, that is called this throat. So at the throat, what is called thyroid gland. What is that? Thyroid gland. So especially when your thyroid gland is good, so what will happen? You will come out of the obesity problem. You also come out of a lot of imbalance will happen in your hormonal imbalance. All these things you'll be suffering, isn't it? Thyroid gland has to properly work. Then whatever, see what will happen. Many people, they try to suppress a lot of emotions. So they try to suppress. They won't speak out. They want to speak, but they won't speak out. Then what will happen? Slowly, this thyroid gland start malfunctioning. Okay, so the energy come to this particular center, energy center here is going to be weaker. So when there is energy lacking at the center, thyroid gland is going to be deactivated. So when thyroid gland is deactivated, so many problems, right? So many problems happen in the woman, especially, and the lot of people are suffering already. So the kind of the thyroid issues are facing by the woman is extreme right now, because that is the kind of lifestyle we are going through. We are going through a lot of fear, anxiety, stress, whatnot. Everything is there. But if you do start doing meditation, then what will happen? This particular energy center will be activated, and thyroid gland also will be activated. Then you'll be coming out of that problem also, my dear friends. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. So then from this, if you just little go up, what will happen? Here something called Agna chakra at that point. So just behind the Agna chakra, a small sized one, pea-sized one. It's called pineal gland will be there, my dear friends. Pineal gland. What is the pineal gland? Friends, if you understand the pineal gland, its functionality is going to be greater, so very, very, very greater, okay, in the physical body. And actually, in fact, when you speak about pineal gland, why it is called as a Agna chakra, or why it is called a third eye is especially, it has got its own characteristics, right? So one side of the characteristics, one is physical, other is spiritual. So when you speak about the spiritual side, what will happen? It has got its own connectivity to the entire universe, my dear friends. It has got its own connectivity. It has got the connectivity to the entire universe. It is able to communicate to the universe. Okay, it is able to get any message. Well, that's why we say third eye. It's able to see, it's able to get a lot of visions, a lot of messages from the universe. So that's a specialty of so-called what we say. This is a pineal gland, my dear friends. You need to understand this. So when you understand this pineal gland in the physical perspective, what exactly it is, what it is going to do is it is going to maintain, or it's going to it's going to control the generation or secretion of so-called one hormone, that is melatonin. So melatonin is the hormone that is the secretion happens from the especially this pineal gland. What it does, so especially friend, this melatonin will be generated within our physical body in order to conduct the physical body functions properly. Whenever we go to sleep, so as I already, I think, discussed with in the previous classes, whenever you go to the sleep, you have to switch off the lights. When you switch off the light, what happens? Then pineal gland detects. It's like a bio clock. Whenever it detects that there's a surrounding you, there's no light, completely darkness, then immediately what it does is it starts generating the melatonin. This melatonin secretion, moment it happens, what happens? Your physical body enters into the repair mode or maintenance mode, and also it gets start preparing for the excretion process. Lot of things happens in the physical body with the help of melatonin secretion. See, any secretion happens from pineal gland, right? Any other gland also, it gets into the always blood. Okay, all the secretions, all the hormones, like whatever the hormone generated by each and every gland will be entering into the blood, and then it will be supplied to the all the physical organs, to the tissues, especially to the cells of the every organ, my dear friends. Okay, that's how it works. So this pineal gland is having so much important. That is why. So that is the reason in the night time we should not be so awakeful. At the same time, we should not have the light around us. So we have to switch off. Then only it starts working. So whoever is having this pineal gland problem, like pineal gland is not working properly, and all these things, all the insomnia, all the problems, a lot of things will start. Then they get a lot of health issues also. Constipation starts. So many things will happen. The reason is, so this exact purpose of the melatonin is in order to put you into the sleep. In order to put you into the sleep, so that it does, the body will go into the repair mode or maintenance mode. So that's the purpose of pineal gland. It's going to be wonderful. So we have to do that, friends. So then this pineal gland will be activated with the help of what? So this particular energy center should be active. How does it active? That I get my cosmic energy here. So with the cosmic energy entering here, plusing here, of course, my cleansing also will happen here. So throughout my physical body, all the tubes which are connected here also, there are tubes connected. Many of the nadis are connected here also. Right? That's why this is also one energy center, isn't it? It's also one energy center which also will be activated ultimately. Right? It will be cleansed and it will be activated. Then obviously I get connected to the spiritual side. If I talk, I get connected to the universe. So I've got an antenna. This pineal gland will act like an antenna, right? So now behind this there is something called, so in our brain itself there are three glands. Okay, so one gland particularly, so that's called, so pineal gland, and then behind that, so in the center, this is a left hemisphere, right hemisphere. In the center of the brain there is something called pituitary gland. So it's just a small size one. So that small size, maybe something like, you can say in terms of grams only. Such a small one is existing in the center of the brain, that is called pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is a master gland, my dear friends. It's a master gland. The reason is brain is the center for the kind of a communication and control of the entire physical organs of the physical body, isn't it? So that means messaging system will happen from the brain only. Entire control will happen from the brain only, isn't it? So that is the reason what happened. So pituitary gland is going to be a master gland. It's a master of all the glands. What it does is, let me tell you. So if anything happens in your through mind, any particular thought comes, any particular the distress or fear, anything comes, right? Immediately, so this is going to detect, and then what it does is it's going to send a signal to the various other glands. Okay, it's going to send lot of it's going to send the lot of number, the different signaling system it maintains, and it's sent to the other glands. So then what happens? Other glands will follow the signaling of the pituitary gland. Then they start doing the secretion. Okay. Accordingly, so the body will start functioning. So likewise, for example, you are going through a fearful situation or a dangerous situation. Now you have to, what you have to do? You have to flee or flight. Okay. Fly. Then you have to vacate that place urgently. Then what will happen? See, the pituitary gland is going to advise to the particular gland to generate what? Cortisol. Cortisol is the one of the hormone, isn't it? And so like adrenaline. So these hormones will be generated at that point of time. The cortisol is a stress hormone. Whenever a person is detected that he is in the stress, what happened? Cortisol is the hormone generated from us within our physical body. They get into the blood. So that's what the pituitary gland advise to generate this particular cortisol. The cortisol is not generated, friends. You will get a heart attack immediately, or you will get the person will die also, because such kind of high amount of fear, the cortisol is generated. What happened? The cortisol is responsible for increasing your blood flow, right? Increasing blood flow, and then you will be running away from that place. isn't it? You run away from that place means when you want to run away from that place, what happened? You need lot of blood circulation in the physical body, isn't it? So to conduct that high amount of blood flow in the physical body, which is going to do that? This particular hormone is going to do. Okay, so all the signalings will be done by the pituitary gland only. The pituitary gland is the master gland, my dear friends. It's going to control the all the remaining glands, especially, right? So now, so likewise, and at the back of at the back of the mind, so on the back of the brain, especially, so we have another gland is called hypothalamus gland. Okay, so it's again a center place. There's a center place in the brain. Whatever it comes, all the messages from the various organs comes to the hypothalamus, and then it will be from there it will be distributed. Okay, so likewise, friends, so these are the so many glands which are connected to our the various functionality of the body system. Okay, so that's how we need to understand. So these chakras, so nothing but energy centers, right? All the energy centers are connected to the various organs and various glands, and these glands will be activated only when these energy centers have got enough adequate and sufficient. So adequate and sufficient energy at those centers, energy centers, then all the glands will be perfectly working within you, and your physical health will be greater, my dear friends. Okay, so with which, my dear friends, we will close the spiritual wisdom concept.